What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today, ETH, USD. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. It is the 28th day of May, and here we are, just below $2,000, guys. Seeing quite the drop over the past few days alongside of the rest of the markets. We're on the Coinbase chart here. Not a whole lot of volume on this drop. It does make me think that there will be some reverberations back to the upside. We probably do get back above $2,000. Hell, maybe we even get up to $2,100 over the coming days. Could this be the beginning of more to come? It's quite possible. I mean, look at it in this sense. You broke out here to the downside, moved sideways, and now you're breaking out more. It might make you think, makes me think that we have more to go overall, but just perhaps in the meantime we see a little bit of volatility. That's all I'm thinking about. I don't think that from here we see anything significant at all. That was kind of the idea of yesterday's video, is that we might see a semi-significant move to the upside, semi-significant move to the downside, but whichever way we go, we'll probably come back to some degree, right? And then likely overall continue moving lower. That is the expectation. It's been the expectation for most of the market. That's the expectation now. Anyways, again, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Looking at this in the short term, looking at the 1 hour time frame here. We do have some wicks to the upside. Actually, 54 minutes left in this 1 hour. We just actually wicked to the upside here. You've been very deceitful, Ethereum. You've been very, very volatile and deceitful. Showing some bullish double bottom stuff here and then giving us a bearish double top. As soon as you crash through, you move back up. Very, very volatile all the way through. You're kind of doing the same stuff here. I wouldn't be surprised if some people are going long down here and they're seeing this exuberant, it's not really exuberant at all, but this bullish seeming candle structure going long at the highs, and then we probably drop back down. Likely we do see a lower low. Let's actually go through real quick and see. I mean, here, when Ethereum moved down, people were probably going long here, then we had a slightly lower low come in, right? Or maybe not so slight, but a significantly lower low come in. Here you had at least a double bottom, right, before you moved up at all. Here, it wasn't just a standalone low. You had like a double bottom before you moved up. I mean, here, are we going to get a standalone low? I don't think so. Our last low was all the way up here. This seems where like this was pretty connected. This is separated. So I would say that, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, just knowing how Ethereum behaves, I would safely assume that we do see something that is either a bit of a higher low here in the realm of this area or a slightly lower low, something like that to give us some bullish divergence and finish this out. That's my expectation. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, I wonder, can we look at the 15 minute? I don't normally like looking at the 15 minute. I think it's deceitful. Oh yeah, I mean the MACD's bearish. Oh yeah, that's not good. Stochastics are bearish, RSI is bearish, but it's the 15 minute. Don't weigh on that too much. Let's look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour here, it's actually crossing green. That's nice. Still bearish overall, very bearish, but hey, at least you crossed green. With the way this candle structure is looking, I'm assuming this is going to be a false cross, so that could be a bearish signal. If we get back below this low, below 1978 effectively, that should get rid of this building of structure that might provide this to be a false cross, and if it is, bearish, guys. It's bearish structure there. We likely do go back down to these lows at 1970, if not lower. We're not talking about anything crazy, but if you're going like 100x leverage, that's going to wreck you. If you're going like 50x leverage, that's going to wreck you. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you're leverage trading at all, you really shouldn't be using more than 5x, you guys. You really, really shouldn't. It's going to wreck you. Maybe you'll get lucky for a time. Maybe you'll hit it hot, but in my experience, it does not end well. Leverage trading, in my opinion, should be only to the minimal leverage effect, which is 5 to 2x leverage. Even less than 2x would be preferable if that's something your exchange offers. On that note, I don't know if this is a good time to go short, even though I am expecting the price to go lower. The only way that it would be worth it is if you're using high leverage, so it's just not a good time to go short. But I would wait to go long, right? After a big drop, you want to wait to go long, but you need to see in the charts signals. You need to see signals, because right now we're in an overall short environment. I would rather miss the long opportunity here and go short at the next high, wherever that might be, than risk going long here and we drop another $200. You know what I mean? We have to wait for some type of signal that there's recovery coming, and we don't have that yet. We drop lower here, we get below these lows, then we'll form some bullish divergence on the RSI, on the stochastics, on the MACD. Then we have something to go off of. And with that, my anticipation is that we will see something below $1,974. I think that we will at least get below there, maybe even below these lows. We look at the 4-hour time frame. RSI is terrible. It's sad, but it's at the same exact area. This is what I mean by you don't want to go short, even though I think it's going lower. It's at the same area you found support at before. Let's look at what happened the last couple times. Here, when you found support, you did not go below the lows for a few days, about a week maybe, right? That's the 17th of May to the 22nd of May, so just under a week. 5 days there. Moved sideways, and then you broke down. You found support at this same area in the RSI that we're at now. And then what did? We've moved up back to the same area, staged some more, and now we're back down, a slightly lower low. Volume is decreasing as we're moving down. It's quite possible, like I was saying in the beginning, that we do see some type of volatility to the upside. We're at 1984 now. I think we will go a little bit down. We'll drop about $10 here. This is where the finesse of TA comes in. We'll drop a little bit more. We're going to finesse Hutchins this biatch, and we're going to go a little bit lower. And then after that, we should see some recovery. I would think that we at least get to 2026, if not maybe at the most, resistance, support here, somewhere around 2092. I don't think we get above $2,100. Hold on. Though I do think we can get around there. A little bit of meandering, and then we should drop more. Okay? Likely in June we will see more bloodshed, not revitalization. It'll be quite the opposite standard. MACD, right here, guys. Tell as old as time. Rejecting the zero. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Rejecting the zero. That was a clear indication there. This is what made me go short on Ethereum. That was a good time to go short. Sorry, man. Stochastics are oversold. Just because you're oversold does not mean you can't go lower. Just because you're oversold here does not mean you can't go lower. Let's wait for signals. Let's wait for the mark before we start getting too excited about the upside here. Higher lows in the MACD, higher lows in the stochastics, lower lows in the RSI. I would assume that we find a low point here. If not, this is the low point over the coming days. We are at this area where we found a low. Perhaps we go just below this low here. But something in this area, maybe a little bit lower, and then we'll see some recovery. And then we'll see more decay. As time goes on, Ethereum likely does go below this low. We've had our suspicions of that for quite some time. Ethereum could hold this as support, but I would assume if Bitcoin's going below its low, which it probably is over the months, then Ethereum will likely in time go below its low as well. If Ethereum's dropping, all the baby ducks are going to follow. That's the altcoin markets. Nothing here looks bullish, guys. It all looks bearish. Let's go over the last time that we've been in an environment like this. Ready? So here, we rejected the overbought zone. We came down. We found support. We got into the oversold zone, found a little bit of support, and then we got into it again. Here, we rejected the overbought zone. We got into the oversold zone, found a little bit of support, and then we got into the oversold zone again. Okay, similar. Not the exact same, but it's a similar story. Okay? Clearly, there are different implications and indications, but similar. The second attempt that we got into the oversold zone here, put a vertical line right there. Look at what followed over the week. Now, volume was picking up here, where volume was decreasing here. So it's a similar story, a little bit different. I think instead of volume picking up and dropping over the week, I think what this just implies then is that we'll see a little bit of volatility, but as time goes on, we should see volume increasing. We should see it increasing as the price drops lower. I do expect this drop to be much more methodical than the last drop, but anything can happen. I mean, you could wake up tomorrow and this thing's below $1,700. At any rate, we're bearish overall. Momentarily looking for some sort of low around here. Low to high, let's see. 12721618. The lowest I'd give us is 1924. It is quite possible that we find support at the low we've already been given today. When we move up, I'm looking for resistance anywhere from about 2020 to 2000, really probably 2060. In that area, 2020 to 2060. Could we go higher? Sure, but this is the area that I would expect to find resistance at after we kind of dally, dibble, dabble, whatever around here, and then we make a little bit of recovery, and then we start to drop lower over the coming days and weeks ahead. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Go shorts. Bye-bye.